on the training situation, apparently, Segway King, we move forward. Errol Spence is rumored to be leaving Derek James.
All right. So I want to ask you now, yeah? You've seen, we saw what Errol looked like in that big fight. We've seen 2 fights of AJ.
Yep.
Under Derek James.
Yep.
What do you reckon? Improvement-wise from AJ, and just obviously it's harsh, but then in that Crawford one, I felt like they didn't have another plan, they didn't have another idea, and then and Errol just went to like survival and just.
Here's my thing, yeah. Last year, Derek James was trainer of the year.
Mm-hmm.
2 unified champs, one's undisputed. I look at it and I think to myself, in 1 year you can be like the guy, and the next year you can be absolute crap in regards to the narrative, right? Now, with the fight with Crawford and Errol Spence, I believe there's other factors that contributed to Errol Spence losing.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm saying? And I don't necessarily think they're ones that, you know, in a grand scheme, take away from what Crawford did to him on that night. But at the same time, I'm like, there are factors that make me think Errol Spence may be coming towards the end of his journey in boxing, right? And accumulation of the damage that happens with fighters, car accident, all these different things, that beating from Crawford, I don't know that you're going to be able to repair and revive and keep this thing going. So his success from this moment forward, I don't feel like you can just be like, if Errol Spence doesn't make a return, you're rubbish, right? AJ came to him in a time where he's rebuilding after 2 bad losses.
His head was in a weird place as
That's
well.
right. There's a lot of things going on with AJ that is going to take time to get out of. So I'm not, with those specific cases, looking at him and thinking, you're a rubbish trainer for not being able to navigate these moments. There's times where fighters, it's like when with football, right? And they have that debate when, you know, a team does badly and they fire the manager.
Yeah.
Okay, so when do we look at the football players? So that's my only thing when it comes to these particular situations.
When you're not like, so you're saying, when is it time to look at the boxers and what they're about? Then just saying,
and solely putting all the responsibility on the trainer, because we're giving the credit to Bomac because we've seen that Junior works hard. So he's always works hard, but what work is he doing? Yeah, you put hard work with the right know-how, bam, match made in heaven, their success. Yeah. So that's why you can highlight the trainer in this one, because we know Jubat Junior's work rate. With these other ones, now we're looking at, okay, does Errol Spence have enough in him to try and right or wrong that's happened in his career? It's his first time experiencing
because he's kind of party boy as well.
That's what I'm saying.
He's got party boy antics about him. You see him, you know, backstage. They're always lit. They're like, they're enjoying.
He's having fun.
They're enjoying.
And that's what lets me kind of feel like, you know what? There's a price to pay for that.
But is there a space? Because it's so mad. You see is there a space where, because when he walked in the ring, something just looked off about him.
Spence.
Yes.
Yeah.
When he walked in the ring, similar, I don't want to say similar to like that day when AJ was getting mad at his dad in Ruiz and stuff, but it's mad. Like, he walked in and he was like, Errol, like, you wanted to do that one. You know what I mean? Are you ready?
He looked spaced out.
He looked kind of spaced out, like just
even the pre-fight, and he's just talking to you like, like, bro, are you locked in, fam?
Yeah.
Because Crawford's over there, just he's wrapping his own hands. You ready? Yeah, I'm ready. Yeah. You nervous? No, it's just another fight. Like, zoned to the point where he's like, I don't really even want this conversation right now, bro.
I saw my man smiling, walking in, and it was really tough to work out. I was looking at him like, bro, and that was the energy, because obviously being at the fight, right? Fans are turning and saying, like,
oh, right, so they're feeling it as well.
They're saying it. They're saying something is off. Even though you didn't want to put too much stock into that thing, but then you go back and play it back in your mind, and you're like, yeah, something doesn't feel right about his prep compared to the other guy who's coming in with Eminem.
He's zoned.
Eminem, they're so focused, Eminem's not even rapping his own song.
Eminem is so zoned. Eminem feels like he's about to fight.
This is it.
It's one of the ones, they're both standing there, and then Crawford says, let's go. Like, now's the time to go. Eminem's like, cool.
We didn't,
bro. Them were
just walking together.
It was so the synergy was so
it was
nuts.
mad, and you again That's a song where you have to win in it. That's a song that sends a very strong message. Now you're looking and thinking, well, is he upset about, because AJ learned a lot about his team after his loss and said, this, I can't have this. Now is Derek saying, is Errol now saying to himself, you're too busy. You're like, there's too much going on. I need someone that is there a thing where he says, I need it to be just I'm the main guy.
So all right, so let's just me put the speculation twist on things, right? Now the narrative is that Derek James ain't worth whatever.
No, it's just like people asking questions.
Okay, like cool. Then, but people are turning the curiosity to Derek James's ability to train, right? So let's just say there's another thing going on here. Right, let's just say physically, for the sake of conversation, Errol Spence and AJ are in a very bad situation.
Okay.
Maybe, I don't know, they've got an injury that they can't come back from. We're seeing AJ nosebleeds, Errol Spence looking away. We've not seen him look in the ring. They could be disguising things, right? Even if it's mental, stuff is being... And Derek James's guidance is keeping this together and keeping this thing moving forward despite that. So whilst it might look like, he's an awful trainer in the midst of this, he could be working with some horrendous situations and making it
some mad variables. He could be dealing with some mad variables. I hear that.
Does that make him a good trainer?
Well, Ben Davison got ratings for making Fury
off the couch,
weight and then get him off the couch. So
that's what thing is.
You have to take that into consideration. You still have to rate Ben for just helping Fury recover and get back into some type of fighting form, right? So there's a lot going on, and it's mad because now they've all taken a loss. The team has taken a loss. It's how you recover from this one. It's how you say, all right, we learned this. When Yard was on this pod and he said Tunde learned a lot about everything in this moment. He said, we as a team, we all learn. So now hopefully with Derek, there's things that he's learning about that last fight. And they are so tapped in and they're so wanting to put it right because, again, they're making the steps in this fight. They're saying this is the next one. So hopefully, again, we're hearing loads of speculation. We don't even know if it's true yet. If Derek James is gonna be that relationship's ending, but then I always do believe in the factor of there's no smoke without fire. You know what I mean? That's the one thing that, like, even if it's like rumbles and stuff, we shouldn't hear anything. And usually from good camps that are on point, you don't hear anything.
You don't hear something like this.
You don't hear. When we saw the AJ breakdown with the Mexican Reynoso?
Garcia.
Garcia. We heard straight away, we knew, it's like, geez.
They're not good over there.
Damn, it's not good over there. We kind of heard the rumblings first, and then it was like, that's done. So this one here, I'm like, man, and like, it's funny because... It's funny, there's so much going on and you want it to work out, but there's a lot of guys with big situations happening. You got Canelo fighting Charlo.
Jamal Charlo, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In that one group, they had the fights of their lives.
AJ Wilder's coming up as well.
Imagine.
Fam.
AJ Wilder, Errol Spence, Crawford. These are generational fights.
And then you got Ryan Garcia and Frank Martin in the midst of that. Yeah.
It's a lot. If I'm on the selfish thing, I need someone that's just focused on me. But I can't come to someone and say, "Hey, I need you to focus on me" when I don't know how long you have left. I can't. I can't put my eggs in order. All them eggs in that basket is insane for me.
Bloody hell, man! It's
because if I drop them, what happens to those fighters? It's just like how Roy Jones was too busy and
he weren't too busy, bro. He weren't too busy.
He was busy.
Nah.
You don't believe in that?
Nah. And that's just the story to make it seem like, you know what I mean, just it's clean, everyone's all cool. But there's an interview where Roy is basically saying, he's like, no, Eubank stopped trusting me. He stopped trusting me after I think it's either during the Liam Smith fight or after. Like, he started arguing with some of the things I'd say, or, having his own response, and he had other ideas with certain things. So we know that relationship broke down.
Okay.
So I think when we're out here doing our speculation in terms of, Eubank listening to this person, that person, Eubank is also like thinking, bro, I'm not getting better listening to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think Eubank's one of those people that, bro, your advice has to work I have to see
For
it
me
work
to respect
otherwise.
it more.
Yeah, otherwise I'm not gonna stay.
Yeah.
And I think
I didn't know that. I was
I saw it a couple of days ago. And it's funny because even though Ronnie Davis is not the trainer, Ronnie Davis is always around.
It's hilarious.
I think I think it is. I don't know if you've watched what is it? Is it Dynasty? You watch Dynasty?
Yeah, I've heard of it.
So there's a character and there's an old guy in there, and he's like the dad's assistant. And he
Which
like,
one are you talking about? New Dynasty?
Dynasty,
or the old school Dynasty?
the American one.
The old which
Netflix,
one though? The Netflix
the new one. modern
Oh,
one.
okay, cool. Yeah. The dad's friend.
So he does the dad's friend, and he watches over the kids, and he gives them all advice.
Yeah.
That's Ronnie Davis.
What's that family's name, man, in Dynasty? That's gonna annoy me so much, man. And they got the girl.
The girl, yeah.
Yeah. That's so annoying. Jacoby in that. There's
that show is addictive.
It's good stuff.
Me and the missus, we just blaze through that.
You watch that still,
bro. Yeah.
Come on.
But you see how the old guy operates?
Yeah.
That's Ronnie Davis, fam. Because he's not involved in the camp. But he'll be there telling you what he's up to. So you just know for a fact, yeah. You bet Julia pulls up to their camps just on the high collars thing, big boots, tight jeans. He's like, yeah. I'm here to do my thing. Get me this bag with all the zippers on it. That's mine. No one touched that. And he's like, as he goes into the change room training that. It's just this old white guy comes in afterwards. He's just like, yo, what you doing here, Pops? He's like, I'm here with Junior. He just takes a seat, gets a paper out. And he's just like, doesn't even watch. And
begins to read. He's been part of the thing for so long, fam. He's just always been part of the setup. And you know when you get used to him being there, not saying that much, but he's there.
They don't even talk.
Yeah.
But whenever Junior books his flights to go, he books 2. And he just knows Ronnie's coming.
Nah, man. But just on this, back to Derek, man. Derek James, I have seen improvements in AJ. I have seen some improvements in AJ. So I do believe this is a good relationship. AJ's on more crud. Him being around all these other boxers has helped. The thingy made me, I was alarmed in the Errol one, but then it could be Crawford's greatness. This next one, because you could be like 0 and 3. If let's say Charlo doesn't match that work.
The problem is with the Charlo Canelo one is I don't know how many people favor Charlo to win that fight. But even still, 0-3.
0-3 is looking kind of. It's looking kind of. What's that coach, man? NBA coach. Doc Rivers is looking kind of Doc Rivers-ish. You know when.
And I can see the Doc Rivers meme in the face. You know, he's like.
Nah, being the Doc Rivers, of boxing is crazy because Doc be throwing away some leads,
some good teams as well.
Doc be throwing away some. So this is what I'm saying, and you know, like just losing is just never good. After a while, when you get synonymous for being someone that's just things don't work here. Branding always changes. Like reputation is so hard to build up, but you can lose
just that quickly.
It's so disgusting.
That's what irritates me about sports in general. I think. You know what I mean? And I think now we're starting to understand the inner workings of boxing just that little bit more.
Yeah,
where we just know certain things, and it's just like for someone to be riding so high one night,
Shane of the year,
and now you're trash.
Now there's like, is he good enough? But then it's where boxing is, because we're in the microwave era of boxing where you're as good as your last performance. And if you don't perform well in your last performance, well, how good was you anyway?
That's right. Everything was a lie.
Yeah. Everything you did before this moment is not real. It's insane.
It's unfortunate, but you know, these are the T's and C's of the game.
I
just hope. I mean, if it's nonsense, then you know we retract everything that we said.
No, but we just said again. We're talking about the speculation. This is okay. This is speculation again. We'll wait and see what happens in this one. But it is something of the smoke and fire thing. I always stand by that statement.
That's
I always stand by. Well, something's going on over there.
That's real.
Simple as that.
Now, you know, let's segue again.
Yo, people, thanks for watching the Undefeated podcast. Make sure you
like, subscribe, share, leave a comment, and all that good stuff, man. This is the place to be.